What's good with y'all young boys? Welcome back to another video with your boy Answer, man. You know what the flat going down. I was listening to music. Let me turn down. Alright, so today, these are times rappers check Charlamagne the God for being disrespectful. I knew this video was coming because this nigga is disrespectful as hell. He don't give a fuck. He can be funny though. He can be funny. He got funny moments, but at the end of the day, he more disrespectful than funny. That nigga just don't give a fuck. He must got like the top tier security out here or some shit. I don't know. Let's see this video, bro. Beanie Siegel.
What you want me to do? You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. That's what I'm saying. You can't do nothing, big man.
Bruh, it's like, Charlamagne got that face. Like, he look like he got that slappable face, bro. Look at him. Look how he looking at him. Like, I'm not taking you serious. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's
you can't do nothing, big man.
I knew a few places you was at.
Birdman.
Pulled up, but I don't thought that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel.
Okay.
He said, okay.
What the fuck was that? Breakfast for real, bro.
Hey, bro, was I the only one that thought this was a skit? Cause like he makes skits crashing out. Like this the shit he do for a living. So it's like when I saw this clip, I didn't know it was real. I thought it was just like him just doing a video or some shit, just acting. But damn, Charlamagne, you gotta chill out.
From the time Birdman pulled up to the Breakfast Club just to cuss Charlamagne out before leaving, to the time NBA YoungBoy threatened to hit Charlamagne with a strap, these are times rappers check Charlamagne the God for being disrespectful. Started things off with Beanie Siegel, because when he was on the Breakfast Club back in 2016, it didn't take 30 seconds from the start of the episode for things to get awkward between him and Charlamagne. Charlamagne the God set the stage for a heated interview by calling Siegel a hater for putting out a Meek Mill diss track, just a week after Meek and Siegel were seen in the booth together. Siegel, on the other hand, felt Charlamagne didn't have the right to speak on the matter without first knowing the facts.
Sounding like a hater lately,
Fair.
man.
A hater?
Yeah.
How you
Bro.
Cause I feel like, you know, you put out 2 diss records, but then you was in the studio with me like 8 days prior to the first diss record, and I'm like,
But the question is, why the fuck do you care? I know you the Breakfast Club, but damn, you asking these questions, bro. These are personal questions.
nobody else did that. I think you be saying that was a sucker move. That was
I don't
I see
think
why
you
they checked his
qualified
ass.
to even say I sound like a hater because you don't know all the particulars. So how you qualified to say I'm a hater? Hate on what? And why?
Nigga ain't
Siegel
qualified.
goes into a bit more detail about what actually transpired between him and Meek Mill, but he also wasn't trying to say too much on it. As a result, Charlamagne pressed Siegel again, saying Siegel is only loyal to someone when he has something to gain, since Meek had just recently
Has he
featured
got
Siegel
slapped
on a
yet,
song,
bro?
But Siegel didn't appreciate being called a backstabber.
You know, you say I'm not qualified to speak on it. I'm just observing it, but it just seemed like, you know, loyalty with you lies with who providing you opportunity at the time.
Oh.
Provide me what loyalty with who? He ain't provide me no opportunity. He ain't called me and asked me to do that. I did that. I walked into Meek wasn't even there. It was just O'Malley in the studio.
Oh, so
So
Meek
how?
called you to the studio?
No.
Meek called you to the
But
studio.
this nigga right here, he an instigator, bro. He an instigator, bro. He's that nigga you want to stay away from at school, bro. Bro.
Oh,
Siegel
I'll bet you won't hit him. I bet you won't hit him.
him.
Yeah, that's him right here.
Come to the studio while they were recording.
Bald ass nigga
25
right here.
minutes into the interview, Charlamagne circles back, accusing Siegel of faking being cool with Meek, despite not liking him. In response, Siegel tries to help Charlamagne understand the situation with Meek better, but things quickly start getting heated.
I know y'all keep going back to this, but it's true. He was in the studio with me 8 days prior.
Bro, still
You
going.
did not just answer that.
But you knew he wasn't real. You said he was. You didn't think he was real when you was in the studio with him.
All right, put it like this. Is Kanye a street?
Absolutely not.
Huh? But when Kanye put that phone call in, you know the stories. Who was there? He put the call in, I was there. Strapped tooth to nail. Ready to bust ass about them. Cause he a part
He
of-
getting mad now.
You understand what I'm saying?
No,
People that don't know.
You know how you don't understand? Because you know why? Because you not from that cloth.
Well, that's cool. I don't get
You not. That's why you don't understand that.
For the last 10 minutes of the
Dang.
interview, it became obvious Charlamagne was trying to get under Siegel's skin by saying stuff to portray him.
Yeah,
in a
like, why
negative
you
light.
trying this man,
remember,
bro?
I couldn't talk about the kids' clothes. You remember you did the state property clothing line. I remember the interview you did where you said they got the little compartments to hide your guns and hide your dope. Like it could have that looks crazy. And when you think
Quiet, Charlamagne.
And
Shut up.
Charlamagne, he's
then
doing a
decides
lot
to
of
bring up the
talking.
beef with Meek Mill one more time, but that was the last straw for Siegel because he completely shut Charlamagne down, telling Charlamagne not to play with him since he's really about that life.
You see, like Meek calls you and be like, "Yo, Mac, what's up? Let's squash this."
But the phone call when we sit down and talk about it.
In your mind, you still think he's not real. He's a sucker.
Why you keep harping on that? We answer.
Bro, this nigga right here is dangerous, bro. He's dangerous, bro. He be trying to get niggas to snitch. He be trying to start fights between the other people. This nigga weird. And this the first
We
clip.
talked about it. You like, so don't talk out your neck because you want what you want. If you saying you want unity, stop keep doing that, man. Don't stop playing with me, man. Stop running your mouth. You shit. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Charlamagne, chill out, bro.
You talking about somebody who went to war with police. It's dangerous. Attempted murders in the height of my career. It's dangerous. You don't know nothing about that, man.
No.
You sit up here and your job is to play games.
He talking to him like he talking to
Play
a
with
kid.
something safe, man. Don't play with me.
The thing Siegel earlier said about Charlamagne picking on female rappers seems to check out because in another interview with Master P, Charlamagne got checked
Master
again
P is
for
a victim?
disrespecting the female rapper. In a 2015 Breakfast Club interview with rapper and record producer Master P, things were going well until Charlamagne asked a question about Master P's record label, No Limit Records. Charlamagne wanted to know how the label was promoting their projects, but in the process made some out-of-pocket comments about Mercedes, one of Master P's signed artists.
There was a time when No Limit was dropping every week. There was a No Limit product in stores every week. Except for Mercedes, we never saw that. And I always wanted to see that. She had a fat ass.
Yeah, see that, bro. Hold up, man. Don't talk about Mercedes
Oh,
like
my bad,
that.
I ain't know she
That's so disrespectful.
Nah, she ain't family, but
This nigga, bro.
all my people, man. You know
You a weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Charlamagne, you a weirdo.
You know how we get out.
Yeah.
Charlamagne quickly tried to change the subject to make things less awkward, but Master
He
P
messy
wasn't
as hell,
gonna let him
bro.
off that easy, checking Charlamagne and letting him know not to disrespect women like that.
But how was you setting it up, though, for promotion?
Man, he just got that face like he just wanna smack the shit out of him, bro.
Unless you wanted to record.
Now, let's go back to this, dog. Let's disrespect, because I'm not going to talk about your sister, your mama.
Got you.
No, we need that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the first thing. Because I know you do your radio thing, and I respect that, but at the same time...
And he always got this nigga always got the same face, bro. He'll try you and look at you just like this while you talking. Looking like he's not even taking you serious.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, you're right. But she did look good on
Like, he sounds so sarcastic, bro.
But that wasn't the only time Charlamagne the God got checked for playing with the rapper's name, because in 2016,
Birdman
stormed
is a
the
victim.
Breakfast Club studio with his crew just to cuss Charlamagne out before leaving immediately after. The year before the incident, Lil Wayne had a major fallout with Birdman's record label, Cash Money Records, since Wayne felt the label was holding him and his music prisoner. But when Charlamagne was asked by DJ Vlad what he thought about the situation,
Oh
he
yeah,
went on to
he's another snitch too. DJ Vlad is worse than him. Is worse than Charlamagne, bro.
Birdman for doing Wayne like that. After
And
kissing
anybody
his
that go there end up dying.
mouth, and also said Birdman's record label would be nothing without Lil Wayne.
It's the ticketing. What do you think about Lil Wayne's bit for the Cash Money?
Oh man, I mean that's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt because Lil Wayne has been with Baby forever. Listen, they kissed in the mouth. That's a different kind of
Bro,
contact.
what the fuck?
Like you
You shouldn't say
kiss
that.
on the person that you've kissed in the mouth publicly. Y'all got tattoos of each other, yo. Like this is different. This is like a bad.
I mean, it's
breakup.
true.
I just don't understand why would you want to sign the Birdman after seeing how he did his son, the man he kissed in the mouth, the man who made Cash Money what it is. First, let's be clear.
Alright, bro. Alright, bro. He's stressing. He's stretching that shit out, bro. Stretching. He's like, hey, I'm gonna make him as mad as I can make him.
Would be dead if it wasn't for Lil Wayne.
Later that year, Rick Ross was also asked about the Cash Money Lil Wayne situation on The Breakfast Club, and he let it be known that he doesn't have a relationship with Birdman and doesn't respect what Birdman's put Wayne through.
What's
Nah.
your relationship with Birdman?
I don't have one with Birdman. You
Man,
know what
talk
I'm
like
saying?
how he
You read,
rap.
Source Magazine, you'll see that, right now, and really me just seeing what Wayne going through as an artist, him being a boss, me idolizing Birdman at the time, me looking up to Lil Wayne, Wayne being the first artist to make so many feats, not just as an artist, but an artist coming from the South. That's something that I took personal. So for me to see the way things are transpiring, I can't respect that, and I don't respect it.
It looked like the Breakfast Club crew were intentionally trying to get Birdman's attention because Charlamagne also got Trick Daddy to speak on Birdman. And Trick Daddy had some concerning things to say, suggesting that Birdman might be gay.
So you don't like Birdman? Y'all got a little issue?
No, I've done business with Birdman. Some are good, some is bad. I just think when you're trying to be a CEO,
Are they saying Birdman's like Diddy, bro?
and you try to be a rapper, and you try to be a ladies' man, and you try to be a girlfriend, and you try to be
a girlfriend.
a Crip and a
You
Blood.
trying to be a girlfriend?
What that mean?
I don't know. That's what they said.
Oh, you get away with
I got DJ Khaled. I got it from the streets.
After months of bringing his name up on their show, the Breakfast Club finally invited
showed up.
Birdman himself. But Baby honored the invitation for one reason, and one reason only, to come and check the whole Breakfast Club crew.
Hey, Birdman got every right to be angry.
I'm gonna start this shit off straight, telling all three of y'all stop playing with my name.
Respect my name.
Stop playing with my fucking name.
Respect.
Do it on camera.
Put some respect on my name.
Go right on there.
That shit went
My
viral.
name, come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
When the show went on air a few seconds later, Charlamagne, who was probably
Charlamagne.
feeling the awkwardness, let Birdman know that he could get everything off his chest. So Birdman went off on Charlamagne, whom he seemed to particularly have an issue with.
We got a special guest in the building. He done cursed us out. Tell him, get it off your chest, Birdman. I wanted to talk to you, man.
Bro.
I knew a
Charlamagne, bro.
that I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look in your face like a man and tell you how I feel. Okay. You understand me? Straight up like a man. So what's the issue? Ain't no issue.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't look at this man in his face either, bro. Hell no. That nigga looks scary. Yeah, he looks scary as hell. Was I look Birdman in the eye, or I had to go to jail for a year, I'm gonna go to jail for a year.
So you'll feel me. I just come to let y'all know, stop, put some respect on my name.
Put some respect
Charlamagne
on
talks
my
back to
name.
Birdman since he felt Baby should have gone after Rick Ross and Trick Daddy, not a mere radio show host. But Birdman wasn't even trying to hear that and immediately left without doing the interview.
You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it. Did you pull up on Ross that way or Trick Daddy? And I'm pulling up on you, nigga. Yeah, but I'm the radio guy. Why pull up on the radio guy? I don't have to talk with the radio guy. I hear my nigga. Y'all sure y'all done. I ain't got no more talking. That's right.
Got his check and dipped.
Years later, though, Charlamagne reportedly got on a call with Birdman, and they squashed the beef. But another short-lived crazy moment on the show was when Fatboy SSE pulled up to the Breakfast Club studio and started wrecking stuff and going
I wanna
off
see this
on Charlamagne. Because New Jersey rapper Fatboy SSE did an interview with the Breakfast
He's a
Club
rapper?
in August 2017.
I didn't know this nigga was a rapper. This nigga is a comedian. I don't know what the fuck he is. I've never heard a song from
He
him.
came back to the studio and started wrecking the place. His issue was that they had no actual breakfast on the show, and for some reason, he seemed to direct his anger mostly at Charlamagne.
What up, y'all?
Yo, hunger. Talk about some they didn't have breakfast.
Hey, watch out, bro. What's up? What's up with you, bro?
That nigga crashing out. Brother came in crashing out, bro. Y'all better give that man his damn breakfast, bro.
I bet you if it was a birthday cake, you'd have blew it out faster.
It may have looked like a skit, but the Breakfast Club crew reportedly had no idea Fatboy SSE was going to crash their show. Speaking of viral moments on the show, we ought to talk about Soulja.
Oh, Soulja, bro.
Between him and Charlamagne.
Oh, God, Soulja.
Breakfast Club interview.
Damn it, Soulja.
The most viewed episodes ever. What's
Dre
was an interview with the Migos back in 2021. During the interview, the Migos and the Breakfast Club crew were talking about the greatest rappers from Atlanta. When DJ Envy mentioned Soulja, Charlamagne claimed Soulja wasn't even from Atlanta.
Now let's talk about this Mount Rushmore of Atlanta. Because I saw y'all talking about that. Is that an all-time list y'all feel like y'all should be on in just the past decade?
Not shout out to the city, but all time though.
You ain't gonna put Soulja Boy on there? No, man, Soulja ain't from Atlanta.
Don't start that shit.
Bro, Charlamagne, bro.
It may have seemed like it wasn't that big of a deal, but after Soulja Boy,
You know Soulja ain't gonna let that slide.
out on IG Live, calling out Charlamagne, because even if Soulja was born in Chicago,
It's the
he grew
internet
up in
king.
Atlanta and is known to rap the
He
city.
started this shit.
Fuck around with me, Charlamagne, the guy, Breakfast Club. The fuck did you talk about? I'm not from Atlanta. Where the fuck I'm from, nigga? You not from motherfucker. Where the fuck you said you from, nigga? Don't speak on what the fuck bitch ass. You don't know shit, nigga.
Hey, stop speaking on my name, bitch. You talking about niggas gonna be this every time. You wanna see me show out? That's what the fuck you gonna get, cause ain't no finna sit here telling me where I'm from, nigga.
And that wasn't the only time Big Draco had an
Boy,
issue
bro.
with Charlamagne. They also got into an argument when Soulja was on the Breakfast Club 3 years earlier. Because while a lot of people believe Tyga had the biggest comeback of 2018, Soulja
Nah, for
believed
real.
he had the biggest comeback since he signed a record deal and did 4 new TV shows.
This man Soulja Boy is a clown, bro. Soulja Boy ain't made good music since fucking the Yule Day, Kiss Me Through the Phone type shit. That's the last time Soulja Boy made a good song to me, man. So I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He had the biggest comeback. Tyga, he grew the hair out and then everything changed. He got the hairline back.
Musical
Everything
artist,
changed.
The comeback needs to involve Soulja actually releasing a hit song, which he didn't do.
Y'all ignored me, bro. Y'all laughed at me, bro, and shitted on me, bro, like I was nothing. And now I'm back with a vengeance, bro.
I agree with that. You just didn't have the biggest comeback in 2018. In order to have the biggest comeback, you got to come back with a massive hit. Because you're a musical artist.
Yo, Charlamagne, Tyga had a record. This nigga right here talk about Tyga. The nigga that lost his bitch to Travis Scott.
Oh, shit. Holy shit.
That's like drugs to fucking Charlamagne. That shit get him excited. He weird like that. He messy.
Said Travis Scott nutted in the bitch and got her pregnant.
Look at him.
Holy shit, Big
He
Draco.
childish.
Charlamagne did have a point, but he decided to take things further by calling Soulja out on what Charlamagne called his famous lies, including Soulja's recent claim about signing a $400 million endorsement deal.
Now, let's go through some of your most famous lies, right?
That's a lie.
Lies.
Okay,
Now, you had a $400 million
Most
deal with the
famous
World
lie.
Health Organization.
Facts, nigga, what is what?
You said it was an $80 million a year contract for 5 years for in-flight
Facts, nigga,
gaming.
Google it. I still got the contract right now. What are you talking about?
Well,
Lie.
the company said it turned out that it was just shared.
That's a clown, bro.
$2.5 million.
Oh, millions is millions now, baby.
No, Soldier. Millions is not millions.
This man is a liar, bro.
Millions is
This man is a liar,
So
bro.
that was a real deal.
God damn.
The initial number.
400
Yeah,
million?
but it was real though. Monday, sir.
After getting Big Draco to admit that the $400 million deal thing was capped, Charlamagne went back to talking about Soulja's alleged comeback, saying Meek Mill had a better comeback since he beefed with Drake.
He trying to start
Charlamagne
shit,
said
bro.
was the biggest artist in the world. That's when Soulja let Charlamagne know that he made Drake what he is.
Yo, Meek Mill ain't beef with Chris Brown and was finna box and when Floyd Mayweather.
He beat with Drake, the biggest rapper in the world.
Drake! Bruh, this clip is iconic,
The
bruh.
biggest rapper in the world.
Drake? Drake? Johnny, stop playing with me. That's why the light skinned nigga from the Generous?
From Toronto.
Yo, stop playing with me. From where?
The grassy.
Man.
I'm talking like I ain't teach Drake everything he know.
Hold on, you taught Drake everything he knows.
Y'all ain't hear Drake on his first song? Tell me what's really going on. Drizzy Drake back in this thing already. What's that? That's Soulja.
Shit.
That's
Oh,
my bar.
shit.
He copied my whole fucking
Shit,
flow.
that Kiss Me Through the Phone.
He copied my whole fucking flow.
Nigga said the wrong name. He said kiss me through the phone.
Don't act like I didn't make Drake. Don't do that.
Soulja may have been capping about some stuff, but what he said about Drake
That was real, though.
facts. Because in
Yeah.
his 2010
That was
track,
real.
Time Is Me, Drake did
It was
copy
not
the flow
fake.
from Soulja's 2007 track, What's Happening, even if it said that Soulja originally copied it from another rapper named Shawty Lo. But Charlamagne's arguments with Big Draco were nothing compared to the time a rapper lost his cool and even threatened Charlamagne whilst on the Breakfast Club. It all went down back in 2014 when 2 members of the Onyx rap group, Fredro Starr and Sticky
Fredro
Fingers,
Starr,
on
who the fuck that
Breakfast Club.
is?
It only took 5 minutes for Charlamagne to piss one of them off because he brought up the fact that Fredro had allegedly hooked up with singer Brandy back in the 90s. Charlamagne
that is,
obviously
bro.
thought it was
I've never
gonna be
seen
funny.
that man.
Fredro wasn't having it.
And you guys got your acting money and everything up. During that time, that was like the first kind of rapper slash actors.
Fredro was getting head from Brandy.
Bro, they getting head from Brandy.
Bro, chill out, bro.
You need to stop with all that though. See this dude right here, man. Like let
That ain't cool, bro.
Like you bringing up the past, B. Like, let's go to the future.
That's not
though.
cool,
What did you say?
man.
Should I say a lot of shit you said, nigga?
Yeah.
I ain't got time for that though, B.
It seemed like the interview was back on track, but Fredro clearly hadn't let the incident go because 2 minutes later, he shot back at Charlamagne, talking about the time Charlamagne got jumped and calling him a coward for it.
You got Charlamagne, rapper when you got punched in the eye, B.
The guy got killed later on, but it wasn't because of me.
I
though.
just wanted to know.
Yeah.
That shit was mad funny.
Carl was crazy.
That shit was funny. Your ass was running like this.
I had to get out of there. I would have stopped the fight.
Bro, he should have never said that, bro. Cause he thrives on this, bro. He loved that shit. Like cause he got comebacks for days, bro. He's petty like that, bro. So it's like, he should have never said that, bro. He should have just let it go, keep doing the interview, get the fuck out. But this, now you done got him started now. Huh.
If I was at my radio station, you would went back. This your radio station. You know why? This your block.
Look at his face.
I know it was an ambush.
You got ran off your own block.
He's an asshole.
So I had to get out the way.
You got ran off your own block, man. So good, though.
It happens. It happens to the best of them.
Sometimes.
Bro, he don't care.
But Fred
You talking about he ran, like he don't care.
In fact, like that he brought up the Brandy thing. He also felt the need to remind Charlamagne that he's a real gangster and can't be touched.
Why we got an issue, bro?
Because you brought some shit up that I ain't like. And I don't like that. I ain't no bitch ass.
I ain't say you was, but you
don't
said
play
it.
me like that, nigga. Breakfast Club, nigga. Let's get on with the interview.
I don't know what you want me to do.
You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. That's what I'm saying. You can't do nothing, big man.
Bro, Charlamagne.
I ain't here for that. I ain't here for that.
Play the garbage. Don't play me. My name is Fredro Starr. Do your Google. Do whatever you want to do.
But apart from pissing off legendary,
You gotta stop playing with these folks, bro. One of them ain't gonna give a fuck.
Charlamagne also likes to pick on common rappers, just like in this next situation. Because about a year after Lil Yachty started blowing up, he was on the Breakfast Club to discuss his music and the come up. But the interview would turn sour for Yachty when Charlamagne would call him the face of whack rappers.
So I remember he posted a video on the internet talking about new rappers. I just felt like he was targeted straight at me.
Like I told you earlier, you are the poster child
Exactly.
for black rappers. If they
Wow,
say
bro.
something like, they say you.
Wow, bro. This nigga trying it, bro.
It happens. No. It happens every few years. It was Trinidad James at one point.
Whoa, that's what I'm in?
Yes, perception-wise.
Lil Yachty played it.
Bro, Charlamagne is not real, bro.
Charlamagne's comment to make things worse.
Charlamagne is not a real
Later,
person.
Charlamagne hosted a podcast with Joe Budden on Revolt TV, where they made
Joe Budden petty too, bro. You done met your match, bro.
Joe Budden put Lil Yachty at #1, and while Charlamagne initially disagreed, he soon admitted that Yachty was indeed trash musically.
Top 5 trash artists.
#1.
Of 2017.
Yachty's #1.
Nah. You talking about from a musical perspective? Okay, all right, okay.
No, he had a great year in business.
To be fair, Charlamagne did also say Yachty wasn't making music for older people like him or Joe Budden. Months later, though, Lil Yachty was on the Breakfast Club once more, and Charlamagne, even after dragging Yachty's name through the mud yet again, claimed he'd always shown Yachty love.
He lying like hell.
Not at first.
Why y'all say that? When did we not show Yachty love? Never. I never came at Yachty. When?
You know Joe Budden, I saw that video. You know,
Told Joe you cannot hate on Little Yachty.
You said he was the face of something.
No.
you did last time.
Lil Yachty also reminded Charlamagne about the time he called him a whack rapper, but Charlamagne claimed his comment was simply taken out of context.
Why y'all always take that out of
That
context?
blew me, bro. You know that blew me? You know people bring that up all the time, bro.
You knew what I was saying.
Bro.
Charlamagne said...
Crushed that man's dreams, but look at him now. He's doing
That's how
good.
people perceive you. I didn't say I felt
He
like
at the
that.
top.
Lil Yachty, though, is a pretty chill dude, so it's no surprise he handled things the way he did. Damon Dash, on
He was
the other
chill.
hand, went off on both Charlamagne
You know
and
there's
DJ
haters
Envy
over
on
there.
his own
If you work
Breakfast Club
hard,
appearance,
look,
because record
if you work hard for something, bruh, and you make it to that level, there's nothing nobody can tell you to piss you off. Because you work hard for it. You know what it took to get there,
Breakfast
bro.
Club in 2015, and you could say the interview started on a bad note with Dame refusing to answer a question about how he and Jay-Z met, since DJ Envy had asked him that already in a different interview.
How did you meet up with Jay-Z, who was from Brooklyn? Because like you guys, you are tight.
You really still curious about the Jay-Z?
Absolutely. You don't know the story?
Have you never asked this question from me before?
That remind me of that Snoop Dogg clip.
If somebody asks you the same questions 25 times, maybe 2,500 times, do you still want to talk about the same thing?
Yes or no? No.
So that's just me being human.
No, I understand.
So I don't care what platform we I'm sick of talking about. Let's talk about something else.
It's a different platform.
I know, but I want to talk about something else.
Bro.
15 minutes into the interview, Dame also went on.
And I saw that DDG just went there recently, and they were being rude to him too.
Charlamagne, because while Dame was talking about being his own boss and building his empire with his own money, Charlamagne reminded Dame that he once took a payout from Def Jam Records, and it pissed Dame off.
I'm not going to build somebody else's company and then take shares so my son can go all that.
But I'm not.
No, listen what I'm saying.
But what about taking the money?
You come to work every day.
From Def Jam.
Stop. Don't say this. You're speaking my business and you don't know what you're talking about. I take no money from Def Jam.
What I mean, I mean, they cut you a check.
No, they didn't cut me a check. We had a formula based on performance, and they calculated it and we got paid.
After arguing with his host, it looked like Dame now had it out for both Charlamagne and DJ Envy, because later in the interview, Dame trolled them both for doing what he called selling gossip as a means of livelihood.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about the fact that you sell gossip for them? Like you sell gossip, you're a man. How do men sell gossip? That's for women.
That
man don't care, bro.
Every day
you don't care.
What you heard.
That's
gossip.
He got thick skin, bro.
Women do. I don't listen to your show. I don't want to hear about gossip. I be asleep. I'm a boss. I wake up when I want. I don't be up that early.
But Dame Dash's crash out still doesn't compare to the time NBA YoungBoy threatened Charlamagne with a strap. Their beef started on a Breakfast Club segment where Charlamagne called NBA YoungBoy Donkey of the Day, a term Charlamagne uses to call out people who did
he gotta chill out, bro. Most of these niggas don't want to play, bro.
Thought YB deserved the title was because YoungBoy did an interview with Bootleg Kev where he said he wasn't big on fatherhood despite having 11 kids.
Donkey today for Wednesday.
Bro, young boy got 11 kids. Oh my. Ain't he like just 25 or something? What the fuck? 11? Bruh.
10th goes to the young man known as NBA.
Bruh.
NBA YoungBoy recently sat down and had a conversation with the good brother Bootleg Kev. He has 11 kids, but in his words, he's not really big on fatherhood. NBA YoungBoy treating fatherhood the way the NBA's Nikola Jokic treats the NBA. You ever hear Joker talk about basketball?
Yo, he don't give a fuck about basketball.
The NBA
he do it for fun.
About basketball, NBA YoungBoy seems to have about being a father to his 11 kids.
The fact that Charlamagne was playing with his name pissed the young boy off.
He ain't have to say all that, though.
Charlamagne diss record just 2 days later, titled Act a Donkey, where he dared Charlamagne to come pull up to Gravedigger Mountain, where YoungBoy lives, and threatened to hit Charlamagne with a strap. He also shot back at Charlamagne in a video, where YB called him the Donkey of the Day.
Today's Donkey of the Day is Charlamagne for riding dick too much.
And Charlamagne responded, declining YoungBoy's invitation to Gravedigger Mountain, as you'd expect.
He invited you to Gravedigger Mountain. He said to pull up on him so he could talk face to face. But then he said he'd back your ish in and then hit you with the drink. So
let me tell you something.
I wouldn't go if if he invited you that way.
I mean, no. Duh. That's the beauty of being 45 years old and being born in 1978. Number one, I ain't going to no place called Gravedigger Mountain.
45 acting like a little kid.
Now, Charlamagne is known not to be the biggest fan of new generation rappers like YoungBoy. And it seems like he might not have been the biggest King Von fan either, because in this next interview, a lot of people thought Charlamagne was trying to get Von to snitch on himself, and might have succeeded if it weren't for Lil Durk. After his release from jail in 2017, King Von signed with Lil Durk's 40th record label, and a year later, the two were on the Breakfast Club to discuss working together in their relationship as friends.
What made you want to sign King Von?
Cause he got a whole story behind him. You know what I'm saying? He from O Block.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That should speak for itself.
He put O Block on the map, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
For
real. Just a real.
Chief Keef is a pioneer, but you know what I mean, bro.
He was in jail for 2 murders?
Yeah, 1 murder and 2 attempts. I just beat.
How you beat that?
You gonna beat it if you didn't do it, that's all.
Throughout the interview, Lil Durk seemed to be trying to protect King Von every time Charlamagne.
Hey, Von was about to say too much, bro. He was about to.
At one point, he had to let out what seemed like an intentional cough to get Von to stop talking, so he wouldn't self-incriminate himself, since Von already had major run-ins with the law.
See, that's why we need more black-owned businesses right there.
Dirk was a W mans for this, cause this nigga Charlamagne, bro, he's a bitch, bro. He just got out of jail. You try to put him right back, bro. This nigga right here,
because he can hire people like King
yeah,
Von. You know what I'm saying? Von wouldn't be able to get a job nowhere else, probably.
Oh, look.
Shit, when you get to that round, you have to be convicted of.
You
that man the killer, bro. You don't want to talk about that to him. He'll find you, bro. Tell him.
Word.
While people barely noticed what went down there, Charlamagne faced so much criticism for this next interview that the video had to be taken down by the Breakfast Club YouTube channel. When Post Malone was still up and coming back in 2015, he came on the Breakfast Club for an interview, but Charlamagne started on Posty right off the bat, trolling him about his dad's job with the Dallas Cowboys and about being a white boy in hip-hop.
1 second, One second, you're single.
His dad, you actually work for the organization.
What was he, water boy?
He does. He still works for the organization. He's like head of concessions.
Are you afraid as a white rapper that you may be considered a culture vulture?
I don't think so. I'm not scared. I'm not scared because I'm not trying to be anybody that I'm not.
True indeed.
I'm just trying to, I like what I like. And I don't think I'm biting off of a certain culture or copying a certain culture or trying to be part of a certain culture because, I like what I like.
It looked like Charlamagne just didn't like Post Malone and was picking on him simply for being a white rapper. It didn't end there either, because Charlamagne next tried to put Posty on the spot by asking him what he was doing to support the Black Lives Matter movement.
What are you doing for the Black Lives Matter movement?
Bro, this nigga, bro, I cannot go to his show. I will crash out. I'll probably jump on top of him and just,
Yes. Okay, so I guess what I can do to help Black Lives Matter is I just keep making music, I don't know.
Got you.
Look how he looking at him, bro. He don't give a fuck.
How did you get signed, man?
DJ Envy obviously didn't like that Charlamagne had to do Posty like that, and he wasn't the only one, because Charlamagne's actions caused so much outrage that the original interview had to be taken off the official Breakfast Club channel. Posty also went on to speak on it in a Rolling Stone interview years later, saying Charlamagne isn't a good person. Then Charlamagne took offense to that, calling Posty out for being the donkey of the day.
Donkey of the day for Monday night.
I mean, you're not a good person. You're a weirdo. He's a weirdo. I don't like his face.
Post Malone. He says he wished he would have said, "What are you doing for Black Lives Matter?" Some sassy stuff to shut him up. Like, maybe my music's not the best, but I know I'm not a bad person, so you're just being a hater. Charlamagne is not a good person. He hates me because I'm white and I'm different, but we're still rocking and we're still successful and he can't stop it. And Charlamagne replied, "I don't dislike Post Malone because he's white. I just dislike Post Malone because he's whack." End quote.
These were times rappers checked Charlamagne.
But he's not whack. He's not whack, bro. Post Malone one of the GOATs, bro. What you talking about, bro? I don't like him, bro. Anyway, if y'all like that video, y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I post every day, and I'm out, bro.